What's up guys, it's me Eric B. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to just talk about real quick about the MSF course that you can take. So there's the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. They offer different courses within that. You got the basic riders course, you got the sport bike riders course, and I think the advanced, which is, you know, for like cruisers and other types of bikes. But yeah, man, I think that is highly recommended that anybody do that, especially if you're a new rider, and even if you've been riding for a while and got some experience and everything. It's still good to have that and brush up on some skills, and maybe even learn a thing or two that you didn't know. So a little while back I took the basic riders course. It was a 2-day course. It was when I had my R3, and you use the bikes that they have there at the course. So they had some little Suzuki 250 cruiser looking type bikes, but they were 250s, and you go through a classroom portion. You know, they give you a booklet. You kind of just learn about curves, swerving, braking, body position, you know, just all the things that you could possibly learn as a new rider. And even some of those things I use to this day, you know, as far as like, you know, distance and spacing. You know, I want to have like maybe 4 to 6 seconds in between a vehicle, you know, to give yourself enough time to stop and, you know, avoid a situation, you know, the reaction time, stuff like that. They teach you how to have certain exit routes and stuff. You know, hey, there's this hazard that's ahead of me. I need to be thinking, you know, where am I gonna, you know, my escape route, where am I gonna exit at? You know, just like Cycle Cruiser says, you gotta watch out for all these cars, man, because you gotta think of it as all of them are out to get you. So like right now, you don't want to be like I'm doing, right in this guy's blind spot. You want to give him some space, you know what I'm saying, either back off or get ahead of them. So if you want to swerve, if there's some sort of like furniture or some debris or something in the road, how to counter steer, you know, get around that stuff. Just a lot of different things to watch out for. So like I said, if you haven't taken that course yet, I highly recommend you do. And if you have, you know, let me know your experience from that course and if you got anything good out of it. So today I went back for the sport bike riders course, and that was just a full day of you know, learning some more techniques and skills on a sport bike, because now it's more motorcycle specific. So we went in the classroom, same thing, went over some things, went out onto the course and did some different maneuvers. I tried to see if I could, you know, record while I was out there doing it, but the instructor said no, so that didn't happen. But that would have been cool to show you guys. A lot of it had to do with like curves, body position, swerving, and stopping and things like that. So like I said, you already know most of the basics from the basic course, but now you're just applying them to a specific motorcycle, that being a sport bike. Yeah, I've heard of different groups and stuff like that out in town, you know, that ride and everything, and you know, you want to go ride with them, and some of them, they won't even let you ride with them unless you have some sort of MSF course, which is a good thing, in my opinion. You know, they just want to make sure that whoever is riding with them knows what they're doing, and you know, safety is a big deal. And then, you know, once you come back, those guys can mentor you and help you be a better rider. Just because you've been riding for X amount of years, you know, you never had any issues, whatever the case may be, you can still learn, and you can still always brush up on your skills, and that's how you become complacent too. You know, you just don't want to think that you got it, because you don't want to start thinking like that, because anything can happen at any point. I'm trying to think of some of the other things they teach you in like the basic course. So like how when you come to a stop, what gear do you always want to be in? You know, you always want to be in first gear when you stop. It takes a lot to ride a motorcycle. I mean, you got to be there mentally, because you always got to be thinking and knowing what you're doing. You also don't want to be riding when you're, you know, you're fatigued, or if you're angry or sad or anything like that, because that could also affect your judgment. You got to be physically fit, obviously, to ride. There's a social aspect of it too, because there's a lot of peer pressure. So guys are out there, you know, you ride by yourself, you don't ride too crazy, but then you get riding with your friends or, you know, groups and stuff like that, and they want to ride fast, so you want to do the same. It's all just having good judgment. You got to know the risk and the consequences involved with what you're doing. Yeah, so once again, highly recommend the course. I think it's good for anybody, especially if you haven't taken the basic rider's course. Go ahead and get that, and then move on up. Like I said, if you have a sport bike, there's a course for that, and then if you have a cruiser or any other type of bike, there's an advanced course for that as well. And the cool thing is, in some places, if you have that MSF card once you're done with the course, you can use it to get discounts at certain stores like Cycle Gear. You can get a 10 to 15% discount, I believe, and maybe even some of the online stores and stuff like that, but that's just a perk of having it as well. But yeah, guys, that's it. Real quick video. Just want to kind of talk about a little course I went through today, and then, you know, some of the courses that's offered through the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. Definitely think you should jump on that if you have not yet already. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.